Okay, everyone, good evening. Thank you for coming. We're going to get started. So in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Law, I wish to state that on January 4, 2016, the notice of this meeting of the Upper Township Committee was posted on the official Township Bulletin Board, mailed to the Cape May County Gazette, the Atlantic City Press, the Ocean City Sentinel Ledger, the Herald Times, and filed with the Township Clerk. Tonight's meeting is being video recorded up till the closed session portion of this meeting, of which we're not going to have a closed session, and will be available on UTTV Channel 97 and on the Upper Township website. Hereby directed this announcement be made a part of the minutes of this meeting. I would ask all to rise so that Troop 95 can come in and lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, guys, we're waiting on you.
Attention. Salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys. While we're still standing, you know what? Do we need to call a roll first officially, or can we call Alana up?
We can call Alana.
Okay, so I'd like to bring up my niece, Alana Grace Palumbo, who will sing a patriotic song for us.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Okay, everyone can be seated. Oh, and we'll call the roll, and then we'll call up Monsignor Pete.
Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Coggins?
Here.
Mr. Pearson?
Here.
Mr. Young?
Here.
Mr. Palumbo?
Here.
All members are present.
So it's a great honor for me to call up Monsignor Pete Joyce, who is the pastor of the parish of St. Maximilian Kolbe. For those of you that don't know, Father Pete, as we all have come to call him, is a local grown Upper Township person that grew up here, and he really leads a great congregation at the St. Maximilian Kolbe Parish. So, Father Pete, if you would, please.
Members of the council, thank you for allowing me to be here. I want to just on behalf of all the ministers, you serve all the communities, God. We thank you for allowing us to share in this moment.
Thank you, Father.
In that presence, let us pray. Lord, we ask your blessing as we gain assembled before you a new night, a new promise, a new hope. We pray tonight that as we have been brought together in your presence, we also may put aside all those differences and divisions of the past and look forward to a new opportunity to serve. We pray that we may look at this occasion as an opportunity to grow in your grace, with concern for every person, with care for our community, with care for your creation. We pray for all who are called in service to this community, that all that we do begin under your inspiration, be aided by your grace, reach perfection in accordance to your will. We pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Barbara, would you like to read the statement of determination of the election?
Yes. Statement of determination. A statement of the determination of the Board of County Canvassers relative to an election held in the Township of Upper in the County of Cape May in the State of New Jersey for the election of certain officers for said municipality on the 3rd day of November in the year of our Lord 2015. The said board does determine that at the said election, Richard Palumbo, Township Committee, was elected for the office of Township Committee for a full 3-year term. Edward Barr was elected to the office of Township Committee for a full 3-year term. Certified and witnessed on the 10th day of November 2015 by Rita Marie Fulgenetti, County Clerk, and Edward Taylor, Chairman of the Board of County Canvassers. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Cape May County Freeholder Christine Gabor to administer the oath of office for Richard Palumbo and Edward Barr.
Was it both do this together?
Both together or? Sure.
It's up to you. If you want to do it separately, that's fine.
That's fine.
Hold hands up.
Sue, Sandy, you want to come up? Help us if you wouldn't mind. Lucia, you coming too?
The shy one.
So, for those in the audience that don't know, Ed and I have our 2 oldest grandchildren. This is Lucia.
And this is Sophia.
Yeah, a lot. Not so much Irish going on.
So before we get started, I just wanted to say just a few things. First of all, it is an absolute honor that I'm able to stand here and swear the both of you in. It was a pleasure serving with you, and it was a pleasure seeing you take my seat, which I was sworn into for the first time 6 years ago. We can't believe how time has flown by, but it was an honor to serve Upper Township, and it's an honor to serve the county. All the freeholders send their best wishes. Our Republican Chairman Marcus Caravan sends his best wishes to you as well. So I just wanted to let you know how wonderful it is for me to be here this evening to swear you both in.
We're happy for you to be here. So,
Ready?
who's going to hold the Bible? Are you going to hold the Bible for us? Okay, so Ed and I have to put our hand on it.
All right, raise your right hand. I, please state your name,
I, Rich Warmo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of Township Committee
perform all the duties of the Township Committee
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, I'll get this from you too.
That's good. We can sit down. Yeah.
Okay, Barbara.
All right. At this time, I'd like to ask for nominations for mayor for 2016.
I would like Richard. Go ahead. Second?
Call the roll.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
And, of course, Mayor Palumbo.
Yes. And thank you again to the committee. I am starting my 19th year on the Township Committee. 17th year as mayor, and it continues to be an honor to serve the township, and it's certainly a privilege to work with these individuals. They work very hard. We work together side by side to do the best of our ability to ensure that we have a great place to live here in Upper Township. So, I'm very privileged to be starting my 17th year as mayor, and I look forward to this coming year. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations to both of you and to the entire committee. I look forward to working with you as well for another year. Would you like to move on with the
Please.
resolutions? Okay, resolution number 1, the appointment of deputy mayor.
So moved. Ed Barr.
So there's a first, and I'll second that, and the appointment of deputy mayor resolution is for Ed Barr to continue serving as deputy mayor. He has been a great asset to this committee, and he certainly has been a great help to me as well. So would you please call the roll?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 2, establishment of departments.
Move the resolution. Second.
And just for the audience, Mr. Coggins will be doing Revenue and Finance, Mr. Barr will be doing Department of Public Works, Mr. Young will be Department of Sports and Recreation Programs, Public Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Pearson will be doing Municipal Court, Fire and Rescue, Public Safety and Animal Control, and I'll have Personnel, Emergency Management, and the Lifeguards. So would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 3, appointment of municipal auditor, solicitor, prosecutor, and public defender.
Motion to appoint.
Second.
Okay, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
And
Item-
two of those appointments, Mr. Young is here as our attorney. I know Mr. Martin is here as well as our prosecutor. So thank you for your service.
Item number 4, appointment of official to certify municipal improvement searches.
Move the resolution. Second.
Would you call the roll?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 5, designation of banking institutions as official depository.
Move the resolution.
Second. Would you call the roll?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 6, designation of official newspapers.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Would you call the roll?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 7, payment of real estate taxes and penalty for late payments.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 8, schedule of township committee meetings for 2016.
Move the resolution. Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 9, providing for biweekly payroll.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 10, appointments to the Upper Township Zoning Board of Adjustment.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 11, appointment of Class 3 members to the Upper Township Planning Board.
Move the resolution. Second.
Would you call the roll, please?
Yes.
Mr. Barr? Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 12, appointment of various officers and employees to annual and specified terms.
Move the resolution.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 13, meeting procedures.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr.
Call the
Barr?
roll.
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 14, imposing a fee of $25 on all checks given to the Township of Upper which are dishonored for any reason.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 15, authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to maintain a petty cash fund.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 16, authorizing the tax assessor to file petition of appeal or appeals for the tax year 2016 with the Cape May County Board of Taxation and/or the Tax Board of New Jersey to seek corrections of errors in proper values.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 17, adopting the cash management plan for the Township of Upper.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 18, 2016 temporary budget.
Motion to authorize a temporary budget.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is
And
carried.
just for those in the audience, this is a resolution that will allow us to operate in 2016 until we actually do take a full vote on our budget, which will probably be hopefully sometime in March, the end of March, beginning of April. So this allows us to operate and to get us through the next 3 months as we start, and we've already started our budget process. So.
Item number 19, appointment of Thomas H. Heist IV as risk management consultant.
Move to appoint. Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 20, confirming appointments to various positions required by the Atlantic County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund.
Move the resolution. Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 21, appointments to the Upper Township Sports and Recreation Advisory Board.
Move the resolution. Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 22, adoption of the National Incident Management System.
Move to adopt. Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 23, naming the overall winner of the 2015 safety program.
Move the resolution. Second.
And just for the record, that's Richard McCauley. On a quarterly basis, we asked our employees to identify what could be potential safety issues in the township. The first quarter was submitted by Janet McCrossin. The second quarter was submitted by Richard McCauley. Third quarter was submitted by Michelle Sampson, and the fourth quarter by Ed Carter. And it's always a tough decision as to who becomes wins it for the year. But Rich McCauley identified, believe it or not, a street that we had that didn't have a sign on it, so no one could identify where Mercer Avenue was. So we felt that was really important from a fire and rescue opportunity, and so that was really one of the decisions that were made to give him the honor for this year. So please call the roll.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 24, appointing members to the Upper Township Municipal Court Security Committee.
Move to appoint.
Second.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Okay, so the last item on the resolution is the executive order of the mayor. Pursuant to the authority vested in me as mayor of Upper Township, I hereby make the following appointments to the Upper Township Planning Board pursuant to the provisions of the Municipal Land Use Act in the state of New Jersey. Class 2, Scott Morgan is hereby appointed to a one-year term, which shall expire on December 31st, 2016. Class 4 will be Theodore Kingston is hereby appointed to an unexpired four-year term of Renee Scrocca, commencing January 1st, 2013, and expiring on December 31st, 2016. Michael Endicott is hereby appointed to the unexpired four-year term of Daniel Brady, commencing January 1st, 2015, and expiring on December 31st, 2018. Alternate member to the planning board will be Roy Zenner. It is hereby appointed to a two-year term as alternate number 1, commencing January 1st, 2016, and expiring on December 31st, 2017. The foregoing appointees shall serve with the other members of the Upper Township Planning Board who are as follows. Class 1, Mayor Richard Palumbo. Class 3, Hobart Young, member of the governing body appointed by the governing body. The following Class 4 appointees shall continue to serve their existing terms as follows. James Kelly, appointed to a four-year term commencing January 1st, 2014 and expiring on December 31st, 2017. Joseph Harney, appointed to a four-year term commencing January 1st, 2013 and expiring on December 31st, 2016. Georgette Costello, appointed to an unexpired four-year term of Michael Endicott, commencing January 1st, 2014, and expiring on December 31st, 2017. And Gary Riordan, appointed to a four-year term commencing January 1st, 2015, and expiring on December 31st, 2018. So at this time, we'll call on the members of the governing body if they have any comments, and I'll go over to you, Barbara, first to see if you have any comments for the committee.
I'd just like to say congratulations again to both yourself and Mr. Barr and to the entire committee. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the community, and look forward to working with you another year, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel.
I just want to reiterate what Barb just said. Congratulations to Rich and Ed, and Happy New Year, and I hope we have a great 2016.
Okay. Don't be too hard on this issue.
It's the
That's
scorpion
impossible.
and the frog. I'm sorry.
Paul.
Again, congratulations, Mayor and Ed, on your reelection, and the whole committee. I look forward to working with you guys. I know we have some new projects and different things to move forward this year, and I look forward to working with you guys to get them done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Barbara.
And last but not least, I echo everyone else's comments. Happy New Year and congratulations to Rich and Ed, and look forward to another year working together.
Okay. John, would you like to say anything this evening?
Once again, congratulations, Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Looking forward to a productive 2016.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hobie.
Sure.
Hobie's never short on
Never
words.
short of words. As Dan says, I speak from my heart, shoot from my hip, and I apologize frequently, so it's good. Congratulations to both of you. First time that I ran against Ed and Rich, and it's really nice to say that we've bonded, have a relationship up here that's phenomenal. They made it very comfortable for me and for John also to step in here as outsiders, as new people on this committee. And there's no better mayor for this township than Rich and Ed Barr for deputy mayor. And looking forward to this year and trying to do as much as we can to make it better for the township again. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. Jeff.
Congratulations, Mayor, Deputy Mayor. It's been a great year. Thank you for all your support this past year to me, as being the newest member on the board. And I want to wish the community the best for this new year, for 2016. And I know that we can set our goals high, and let's go hit them and have a good time while we're doing it.
Great.
One thing I do have, I'd like to congratulate Barb on becoming a new grandmother.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations.
One of the best
We're
days
all
of your
getting
life.
up there, and with grandchildren. Sandy and I are fortunate to have 5 of them now, so it's awesome. Very good. Edward?
First, Happy New Year to everyone. Looking forward to 2016, and I think we're off to a good start here. Congratulations, Rich, and I'm looking forward to working with our team for this year. We got a good group of people here. We got a great group of people that work for us in the township. We're blessed as far as the citizens of the township are concerned to have a good group of people working and providing services for them. And most of all, I thank my beautiful wife, Suzanne up front, my daughter Mariah, Alyssa, Leah, and my granddaughter over there, Sophia, for their support. And when you're a public official at home, when you're leaving the home, you got to have the support of the people there. And above all things, I've always, as a public official for close to 30 years now, I've always had the support of my family, which I don't, I just don't assume. I mean, you have to have the people at home backing you, and unfortunately, they're the ones that have to hear all the aggravation when you go home. So, again, I love my family. Thank you for your support. And again, I look forward to serving the public for 2016. And thank you to the community for re-electing me and Rich and having the confidence in us. Thank you.
Okay. I too would like to acknowledge some family members that are here. My brother Mike is up in the front here. My father, who was former mayor of North Wildwood, now what we call the mayor of Osprey Point. My wife, Sandy, who for now 19 years has listened to me with all the meetings that are scheduled that make it difficult sometimes at dinner time, and a lot of other things to get through. So she has always been very supportive of me and the things that I do. My oldest son, Zach, is here, who also lives in the township. And my oldest of 5 grandchildren, Lucia, is here. Sandy and I were fortunate to have 2 new granddaughters born this past year to give us a total of 5. So now, ironically, I'm one of 6 brothers, boys in our family, no sisters. Sandy has 4 brothers. We now have more granddaughters than grandsons. So it's a unique situation for us. My brother Danny and his wife Aileen are sitting in the back. You heard Alana. She's my favorite singer in the whole wide world. Her brother Sammy, my nephew, and my niece Alicia is here as well. And Alicia and Sam, I will say, are following in the Palumbo tradition. Both of them go to pharmacy school, so they're 3rd generation, soon-to-be pharmacists. So it's always great to see that. I also want to acknowledge a couple other guests. Freeholder Gabor, who I had the privilege to run with on this township committee and serve with, is now a freeholder, and she obviously was the one that performed the oath for office for both Ed and I. Our sheriff, Gary Schaefer, who lives in the township, is very supportive of everything that we do here. He's helped us a lot with our festivities in Upper Township, and he's a great asset to us. Our chair of the zoning board, Paul Casaccio, is here. The president of the Upper Township Republican Club, Rich Phillips, is here. And as I mentioned earlier, our prosecutor, Pat Martin, is here. I hope I have gotten everybody. If I've forgotten, please forgive me. And just a quick few updates. I know we're all looking forward to going out and celebrating, and I promise that I'd be very short. So, the biggest success we had this year, and I want to thank Paul personally because he worked extremely hard for us, was this ongoing beach replenishment project. We were very fortunate to partner. We had a great collaboration between Sea Isle, Upper Township, the Strathmere section, and Ocean City in securing Army Corps funds to put a significant beach replenishment in place during the summer. During the fall, early fall, Hurricane Joaquin came by and tore away some of that beach replenishment. And again, through a collaborative effort with Mayor Desiderio, myself, and Mayor Gillian, we worked together with our staff who collectively did and put together the data that the Army Corps was looking for, and they have restarted the project to again put the beach in place that we had lost from Hurricane Joaquin, and again at no cost to the township, or for that matter no cost to Sea Isle, Ocean City. I really want to acknowledge not only Paul's work, but our help with our Congressman Lobiondo, who spearheaded and worked very hard with that project, and our governor, who has worked very hard to ensure that this beach replenishment program is something that will be in place for the state, not just in our area, but from north to south. And I really would be remiss if I didn't also thank Senator Van Drew, who has helped us with some issues that we have had from time to time with DEP permits and those kind of things. So it really is a great collaboration. Our elected officials that are much higher than us have worked very hard to help us get this beach replenishment. And Ted Kingston, who's sitting all the way in the back, is extremely happy to hear that the beach replenishment is coming from the sand deposits in the inlet between Strathmere and Ocean City, something that we worked very hard to make sure that took place as well. So we're hoping that it'll be a little bit easier for the boaters to be able to go through the inlet this year. And we're also hoping that, we'll keep the sand, and Mother Nature will be very, I guess, what would I say? Mother Nature will be very cooperative with us this winter and not grace us with any nor'easters that could potentially take away the beach. So that really was something that really was a year encompassing program. We have updated a lot of things in OEM and our Code Red alert system so that we can inform you. Part of our responsibility as a township is to make sure that the services that we provide to you, including the emergency services and the announcements, are things that you're able to get. We continue to update with that here. We have a great partnership with Ocean City. We share 911 dispatch. At some point, we will be working hopefully with the county and join their program as they begin to expand their program for the 911 dispatch. But we have a great partnership with Ocean City when it comes to dealing with emergency opportunities. And we continue to expand our shared services, our municipal courts. We continue to work with Corbin City and Dennis. We have them here at the township. We share secretarial services in our construction office between Dennis and Upper. We have a shared service agreement with the county where we're maintaining their vehicles for them. We certainly have a great partnership with the Acadia County Animal Shelter. When that was first built, we were told that we would have an increasing amount of fees to the shelter, and in fact, those fees have begun to subside. And that's a great opportunity for us to ensure that the animals that, hopefully can be rescued and be adopted. The county has worked very hard to ensure that those animals are taken care of properly. And they've also helped us when we've had during Hurricane Sandy, the county sent up a portable shelter here for the animals as well. So it's a great partnership we have with them. All of that adds to saving money for the township. Mr. Coggins is in charge of revenue and finance. We're about ready to start really drilling down into our budget this year. And any type of shared services that we can continue to work with other communities or the county is certainly an asset to us, as he can assure you that has taken place. And we actually have expanded our cell tower. We through the efforts of Dan Young, we have expanded our opportunity, and the township is realizing significant amount of funds now. We had a number of older contracts when cellular phones, the old days when you used to carry the separate suitcase and the phone. We've come a long way, and Verizon and AT&T and Sprint have also determined that this is a very valuable area to be involved with, and they've signed some significant leases this year that will help our coffers and help us keep our budget as low as possible this year. And Hobie, you have certainly done a yeoman's job with the celebrations that we have been able to have this year. We had 3. We had an Easter egg hunt. We had our traditional July 4th celebration, of which the 3 of us were in the dunk tank for about an hour apiece. And then we also had a Harvest Fest, and it's hoped that next year we might even be able to add some sort of holiday festival as well. But aside from that, Hobie has led the charge and our public works, the people have worked very hard in securing and making sure that the new fields that we put in place and the lights of the fields for baseball will be in place for the spring. So great job with that. I know that everybody worked very hard, and there were times where, as Hobie said, occasionally he gets a little emotional. But he stays on top of it. So, you know, it just is a great community to live in, and we work very hard to ensure that the services will continue to be there. I can't thank our employees enough for all that they do for us. You know, I know Barbara keeps me intact with the calendars and everything else I need to be at. You know, Barbara Spiegel certainly tells us when we have issues. We work closely with personnel issues. Our staff, from top to bottom, is about as good as anywhere, and I would put them up with any other municipality in the Cape May County. So thank you to all of our staff for all that they do. You work very hard. You make us look good on the things that we try and provide to our residents. So I want to wish all of you a very happy and healthy new year. And I'd like to invite all of you to join us for a little celebration yesterday's right after this, if you're able to join us. So at this time, I will call up Lucia and Ed. Sophia, you would come on up here too. I have never, in 17, now 18 years as mayor, hit the gavel. I feel that people have the right to address the Township Committee, and they do a great job. So I like to call up the wee ones to take my place in slamming the gavel to say that the meeting's adjourned. So we need to make a motion to adjourn.
Benediction?
Benediction?
The what?
Benediction.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rushing away, and I should know better. Father, we need the benediction. We're not ready yet. Would you join us for a benediction? No. My wife would be like, I'll be like, what is wrong with you? Get up, please.
I know who's in charge.
Yes, you do.
As we conclude tonight, I just ask us to be mindful of the Lord said himself to us, this is how you are to bless the people. I ask that blessing upon us now. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord be gracious to you. The Lord let his face shine upon you and give you his peace. Amen.
Amen. And so, would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
To adjourn.
Have a second? Would you call the roll?
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mayor Palumbo?
Yes.
Motion is
Now it's
carried.
time for you guys to hit the gavel.
Go together.
Go ahead. Hit it hard. Yeah. One more time. There you go. Meeting adjourned. Great job. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Please drive safely. Please, if you're able to, join us for a little refreshment and camaraderie.